Security's tight today. Someone must have noticed my visits. I don't need weapons to knock out a few guards, but better not give them a reason to shoot me. There it is. Now to reach it. Unarmed and in areas I shouldn't be, full of palace guards. This is going to be fun. The gate is not guarded. This should be easy.
पर बुक दे राक्षस ਨੂੰ ਨਿਪਟਾਣਾ ਚੰਗਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ
ਗਸ਼ਤ ਬਦਲਣ ਦਾ ਵਕਤ ਹੋ ਪਿਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਫਿਰ ਖਾਣ ਲਈ
Catching rest but not intruders.
ਮਾੜੀ ਹਰਕਤਾਂ ਤੇ ਧਿਆਨ ਰੱਖੀ
जी जनाब ਜਦੋਂ मैं देखांगा अलार्म बजा दूंगा
Hello and welcome to a playthrough of Assassin's Creed Chronicles India. Hey there, Lucinda. Welcome on in. How's it going? Hey, Lucas. How's things? Hey, Zareth. Thanks for redeeming the leap of fail. I'll honor it this time, but it's not actually going to be active for this playthrough. Thanks for leaving the lurk. Hey there, Shaky. Shadows, what shadows? Surely you mean must have been the wind. Assassin's Creed Wind. Or Tumbleweed. That should be the next Assassin's Creed game. Assassin's Creed Tumbleweed.
ਕੀ
ਸਾਡਾ ਕੀ ਕਸੂਰ ਹੈਗਾ ਇਨੀ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਤੋਂ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਹਟਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ
ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਦਾ ਚਾਹ ਫਸਾਨਗੀ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਚੇਤਾ ਹੈ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਤੂੰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੱਥ ਚੜਨ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਸੀ
ਤੇਜ਼ ਆਮ ਹੈ ਫੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਕਾਤਲਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਸਿਖਾ ਸਕਦਾ
ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਮਜ਼ਾਕ ਨਾ ਕਰ ਉਹ ਚੁਸਤ ਹੋਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ
ਹਾਂ ਚੰਗਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਰਾਜਕੁਮਾਰੀ ਦੀ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਲਈ ਲਾ
Although I don't know if I can actually do a leap of fail in this game. Because there's nowhere really to do a big jump and then die from the fall. So I'll just refund your points. Alright, so your points have been refunded. Zareth? Lucinda, you had a hectic day at work. You're glad you have a rod stream to chill too. That's good, Lucinda. It's good that the timing worked out like that as well. Sorry to hear that you had a hectic day at work. So now, while you were living in New Mexico for 2.5 years, you never did come across a tumbleweed? So I guess it's a cliche in movies. Hey Schiller, it's going well. How about yourself, dude? That's right, early rod today. For this game, I'll still be streaming Red Dead 2 later. Hey there, Stardust. How's things? Thanks for leaving the lurk, Zareth.
कौन है उत्थे घुसपैठ करके गश्त बधाई है ਸੁਣਿਆ ਤੂੰ ਰਾਜਕੁਮਾਰੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੈਗੀ?
ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੁਝ ਵੱਧ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਆ।
These palace guards are innocents. Perhaps a quiet, non-lethal takedown would make my life easier.
Schiller, you're doing good, playing some Shadows. So far disappointed by it? That's fair enough, Schiller. Yeah, I've been watching Gizlek play through it, and it seems like he's been doing a lot of side stuff and not much main story because, well, as far as I could tell, a certain character didn't appear in the game until about where he's up to in the stream. So to be fair, you were living on the mountain at 8,000 feet. Well, that's fair enough then. Stardust, you're going to get it, but you got to wait till the 15th of most months. That's when you generally have more. Oh, that's definitely fair enough, Stardust. Hey there, Apostle. Shadows is available now, at least in the US. Yeah. Have you pre-ordered it? Stardust, $69.99 is how much it is for you. Yeah, here the standard edition is $109, and the deluxe edition, if you want it, is $150. Apostle, you need to play Chronicles Russia and India. You've only played China. Oh, nice. China is my favorite one, and then India second, and then Russia third. I do like the Russia game though, but it's definitely one of those games in the trilogy where it kind of expects a little bit of having played the other ones, because it does take a lot of the elements of the first two games and really ramps up some of the difficult sections, especially when you have like enemies you need to get to before the time runs out and stuff. Shirley, you did some exploring and some side quests. The side quests are okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, there was a part that I saw Gizlek up to where it looked like they just took the layout from Norway in Valhalla and just planted it. Like, you know, in Valhalla, in those parts where you have like those bridges and the underwater with the planks and the little sort of thing, it's looked very much like they just took it from Valhalla. I mean, that's not really a criticism that can really hold water anyway, because there's other games in the series where they do that.
Okay, Ki?
It's like, climb up. And the game's like, no, you're a slight inch of a pixel away from the ladder. There's no way the character can climb the ladder. I just knocked that guy out by just doing that.
Got it.
Stardust, I see what you did there. Holding water. Hold water.
Okay, see.
कौन हैगा उत्थे?
Chilla, so far it's a 3 out of 10 for you, but you'll play through it completely first for a final judgment. That's definitely understandable. There's definitely still a few Ubisoft-isms from what I've seen. And in some ways, the combat looks like they just took it from Mirage. It doesn't seem to have any more kind of like flavor to it than what Mirage does. And I didn't really mind the combat in Mirage, like the whole Basim having a knife that you use to deflect an attack with the right timing and then attack, you know, that kind of stuff.
I need supplies. These guards should have plenty.
Also, I think you mentioned while playing Syndicate that Henry's father is in this game. Absolutely, Apostle, yeah. Yeah, he's the main character in this game.
I need to find a way up there.
Stardust, what do you think Jade will look like? Well, I remember seeing some of it, and it looked like a mobile version of Odyssey, pretty much. Yeah, it's like they took Odyssey, miniaturized it, and then changed everything to reflect the fact you're not in Greece, but in China. Even has Cassandra in it.
हो किसी नहीं हैगा कुछ
Stardust, that's what you've been hearing. Weird. Yeah, they've Did she travel from Greece to China then, lol? Yeah, no, Cassandra's been everywhere around the world. When you do that content in Odyssey where she goes on holiday, but then Barnabas and Herodotus track her down, and they've organized a treasure hunt, thinking that they're just going to do it so that Cassandra can, you know, have some, you know, fun again, but they don't realize that there's actually treasure. And anyway, Cassandra gets the, Cassandra's spear loses its power as a result of interacting with the Piece of Eden. And then essentially Alethea says to Cassandra that you need to go around the world and you need to destroy these Isu artifacts and make sure they don't fall into the wrong hands.
Yes, got it.
Stardust, you remember Achilles trying to do something similar but with the precursor sites? Yeah, the writers for Rogue decided to make the assassins look like they're idiots, basically.
Are you here to kill me, assassin?
I'd be a fool to think I could.
I could kill you now, slicing your throat or plunging my blade deep into your heart.
Take my heart. It belongs to you anyway.
Do you always have to have a line at the ready?
Stardust, you wonder if something similar would happen by destroying such artifacts? Yeah, I mean, early in the series they established that the real life, what was it, the Tunguska? Something blew up in real life. But in the Assassin's Creed series they made it that it was actually a piece of Eden that blew up. I think it was related to Nikola Tesla, I mean. something to do with the piece of Eden that he had, and he ended up destroying it, but it created some kind of event. But yeah, that was in Assassin's Creed 2. Stardust, damn smooth, lol. Yeah, that's the future mother and father of Henry Green from Syndicate. He's not born yet. Yeah, Apostle Smooth. It's funny, I saw a video where they sort of like, it was only a short on YouTube, but they tried to show the couples in the Assassin's Creed series. But they didn't even show Ezio and Caterina. Like, I mean, they showed Christina, which is fine, but Caterina was also a love interest of Ezio, but they didn't show her with him. But yeah, they showed Ezio with Christina. They showed Altair and Maria. They showed well, they didn't show Aveline and what's his face? Gerald. Is it Gerald? Gerald? So they missed a few. I mean, for the video, they chose Alexios and Nima, which if you play as Cassandra, it becomes Cassandra and Natakis, or Nutcrackers, as I like to call him. But I remember that Alexios and Nima seems a better... Like, the dialogue is very much the same, but I feel like... I don't know, there's just something about Natakis and the moments where they show them looking... Like, he mopes a lot. Like, there's a lot of him looking at Cassandra, and then they look down at the ground, and they both frown and mope. It's like... This is like primary school level animation of emoting stuff. They may as well have just put a big, like, frowny face emoji on their faces. There's a lot of longing looks, and it's just very, very cringe and cheesy. But yeah, if you choose Cassandra, then Natakis is the one that you romance, and Nima is the one who actually died years ago. But if you play as Alexios, it's Nima that you have the love interest of, and it's Natakis that died earlier. Hey there, Lucas. How's it going? Hey there, Keone. Welcome. Good morning. How's things? Apostle, Aveline, and that butler. Yeah, he's actually an assassin as well. Yeah. That's... no, I think it's Gerald. Lucinda, yeah. Close, though. Gerald. I was going to say Gerard, because that sounds very similar. Stardust, is it weird most of them start out as enemies, right? Such as Maria and Altair, then Elise and Arno? Yeah. I mean, Elise and Arno, they knew each other before Arno's father... they knew each other before Elise's father gets killed. But they kind of become enemies after her father dies. But it's more a, I don't want to see you again, get out of my life kind of deal. But certainly Maria and Altair. It's so funny when people make the joke of when Altair unmasks and finds out that it's actually Maria at the funeral, not Roberta Sabler. He's like, what sorcery is this? Making it out that Altair hasn't seen a woman before. But he has, because he has a love interest that gets mentioned that's gone missing. But yeah. I get the joke, though.
Must you leave so soon? I'd like to show you how good I have become at your magic tricks.
That I'd love to see. Should I pick a card? It's the Queen of Hearts.
Very funny. You may be surprised to know that I have a concealed blade on me at all times now.
Really? I probably haven't searched you thoroughly enough.
Maybe you should search me now.
I'm sorry, my love. I have to meet with Amid. He believes the Templars are looking for the Koh-i-Noor again.
I told you keeping it was unwise.
That's why I gave it to Amid.
Just be safe, my love. Don't do anything crazy.
Nah. Won't do anything crazy. Stardust, those kind of breakups must be hard. Yeah, they must be too, especially how long people might have known each other for. And in the case of Elise and Arno, they knew each other since they were children, and they grew up together. And some think it's weird because Arno gets adopted by Elise's father, but the thing about that is he may have been adopted initially, but he ends up becoming his ward, which is kind of like just an assistant in a way type thing. Someone that works under the other person and, you know, does work for them, does chores for them, you know, that kind of stuff, or has it's some kind of like title that gets given to them. But yeah, they knew each other for quite a while. Apostle, don't do anything crazy like sneaking past 50 guards and scaling buildings. Oh no, definitely not. Wouldn't dream of it.
Lots of guards around. I need to get to Amid before they do.
His name's Hamid or something. He's the mentor of the assassins. Captain said he knows more about whatever this big city.
Not much happening at the moment.
What if the assassins discover we're after their mentor?
A few moments of calm is just what I need.
That's why we're out here.
Gives me
We're
time
meant to stop them reaching him.
I've heard Captain Burns is personally leading the capture of that assassin mentor.
Really? Burns is here.
Why did we have to remain behind? Why can't we head back to the outpost with the others?
No direct line. Perhaps I could bounce my chakram off the walls.
They wouldn't have to be the same style of game as these Chronicles games, but I still wish they kept the Assassin's Creed Chronicles title and then used it as spin-off games. Because then, when it came to games like Odyssey, they could have called it Assassin's Creed Chronicles Greece, you know.
too late. The Templars are here first. I will need to take them out in order to reach our mead.
That too, Apostle, yeah, could have been successful mobile ports.
A lot easier work than this place. It's too hot for anyone to cause too much trouble.
Apostle, there was an AC Pirates. It was pretty fun, but they stopped playing for the license in the paying for the license in the App Store a while ago. Oh, yeah, because I remember seeing that floating around, and people would mention it, and I thought, oh, that's interesting.
Haven't you been paying attention to the orders we've been getting down from the Major? No one must enter here. Make sure that is secure. Do not let anyone touch that. He's on edge, so something must be happening.
Got it.
Maybe it's just the heat. He doesn't deal with it very well. What?
Assassin! Where?
Who's there?
Assassin!
Something bothering
Over
you?
here!
No, it just seems like something's come along and derail it.
Something important. Like what?
Haven't you been paying attention to the orders we've been getting down from the Major? What?
Next time, we kill you.
Assassin!
This way! Here! Over here! We are watching for you!
Where are you, Hamid? Where did they take you? Looks like Hamid at least put up a good fight. If I follow Hamid's blood trail, it should lead me straight to him.
This outfit, by the way, is not the default one. This is one that you can unlock. There's 3 different styles when you go through each section of a level, and at the end of the mission, it tallies up how many points of each style that you got. If you want to play just one style, then you need to make sure that in each section of a level you get the rating of gold in whichever category you want. And you can actually unlock outfits based on getting, I think, 30 gold in each category, but it stacks on playthroughs, so you don't have to get it all in one playthrough. You can do multiple playthroughs and focus on doing that, and you'll unlock different outfits. I can't actually access it from this menu, but so I can't remember what outfit this one was.
His name's Hamid or something. He's the mentor of the assassins.
The blood trail leads down here. time to take a shortcut.
These kinds of ribbon things in the Assassin's Creed movie, there's a section where they run across these. Or those kinds of traversal objects. Another game they could have done under the Assassin's Creed Chronicles title would have been a game where you play as Yusuf from Revelations in a game set before Ezio arrives. So kind of do like showing how he became an assassin, Yusuf. And then by the end of the story, the assassins give word that they've spotted a ship coming into the harbour. And that's when Yusuf goes down to greet Ezio.
Gives me time to think.
About what? Something bothering you?
No. It just seems like there's something important going on. And the last thing we need is something to come along and derail it.
Something important? Like what?
Haven't you been paying attention?
Apostle, to be honest, you really don't remember much from the AC movie. That's definitely fair too. I'd say it's a decent attempt, but I really think the strengths of that movie lie in the past time period. So I think they should have focused a bit more on that. Like, have a brief focus on present day for newcomers who haven't played the games, so they understand what's going on.
Yes, got it.
But once the main character enters the Animus for the first time, and the audience gets shown what's going on, then that should be where they stop showing present day stuff until the end of the movie. Schiller Yusuf was an awesome character. He really was, Schiller. Absolutely. I love the first interaction between him and Ezio. How he sort of makes fun of the whole Ezio auditore da Firenze. Ezio auditore da ladra. La la la. Or whatever he says. Apostle, other than their version of an Animus being in the air. That's true, Apostle. Yeah, the whole different design of the Animus. And then in Origins, they incorporated that Animus style officially into the canon. So there's a file on Layla's laptop that talks about the Animus arm that we see in the movie. And in the series, Sophia Ricken, who's the daughter of Alan Ricken, in the movie, of course, like she's trying to find a way to stop aggression in humanity through using the Piece of Eden or something. But then when her father gets killed, she, of course, takes up his mantle. And in Assassin's Creed Origins, there's a bit of animosity between Layla and Sophia, because Sophia goes to Layla to ask questions about things that she then ends up putting into things but not crediting Layla for it. You know, and that sort of plays into Layla's rebelliousness in Origins against the Templars. And I have no idea where I did that. Why I did that.
Yes, got it.
You fucking piece of fucking shit.
You better run! Help!
Shirley would have loved a game where we play as Hatham, how he travels back to Europe to take out Reginald Bitch and then frees his sister from the harem in the Osman Empire. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Hatham gets told that his sister is missing, but all the time they knowingly sent her to a harem to be a slave. And so when Hatham finds out and rescues his sister, they both go and kill Reginald Bitch, but Hatham still stays a Templar because, you know, nothing says a great organization to be with than one that actively lies about certain, you know, things the whole time. Hey there, Absolution. How's it going? Absolution, what did you call you? Absolution? Come on, Rod. Get your head in the game. What the fuck are you doing? Alright, so this part...
find an officer. He'll know the whereabouts of Amid. I'll need to remain unseen, though. These officers are often cowards who will flee at the first sign of danger.
If you don't get this right as soon as you come across it the first time, then when you reload the checkpoint to try again, it changes the timing that you need to have.
You, stop! Assassin! Help!
This part was really annoying when I did my no desync challenge with this game, where I had to restart the chapter all over again. Oh, I see, Absolution. You're just being funny. Hey there, Code. How's it going?
Got it. Me and you need to have a little talk.
don't know what you're talking about!
I followed my friend's blood trail out here.
I'm sorry for your friend, but I don't remember him. A lot of people have passed through here today.
You better remember him, quickly. The rope you're tied to is old and frayed. I don't know how long it'll hold.
Wait! I remember him!
Go on.
He was here. They took him to the main Templar building at the edge of town. It's a fortress. You'll never get in, but I can help you. Pull me up. I'll take you to your friend.
I'll take my chances alone.
Wait! You said you'd pull me up! You can't leave me here!
I thought I'd change the wording of my pinned message in chat so that the whole message gets seen without having to actually click on to get more information. Had too many words. But I just thought I'd put that up there because lately I've been getting asked a lot of questions about if I'm going to play AC Shadows. And the best way to sum it up for now, without going into extra detail, is just that there's no plans for me to play it yet. Whether that changes or not is dependent on several things. We'll have to wait and see. Code, you took a 9-hour nap from about 3 afternoon and popped up at 11 evening. Food coma helps and add 6 hours to fiddle before work. Well, it's good to have some time up your sleeve to get some things done, before you have to get to work. So I hope that all goes well, Code. Oh yeah, Apostle. Yeah. It's the first Assassin's Creed game I haven't either pre-ordered or haven't bought close to release.
Hamid, what do you know about the Koh-i-Noor? Is it a power source? Enough, Alexander. He's no good to me dead.
He's no good to us alive either, if you ask me. Let's put the bloody stone in the box, see what happens.
I suppose you're right.
Good. Can we get back to the temple now?
Yes. Let him rot. We'll come back tomorrow and see if he's more cooperative.
Usually I read the text about what's happening in the mission, but I just don't feel like it this playthrough.
Not much happening at the moment. Good. A few moments of calm is just what I need right now. Gives me time to think. About what? Something bothering you?
Got it.
Nah. It seems like there's something important going on. The last thing we need is something to go on.
I'll never get past that checkpoint looking like myself. I'll need a disguise.
I like the idea of disguises in the Assassin's Creed series. It's something obviously that other franchises like Hitman have done for a long time. But I'm surprised that it hasn't become something that's more standard in the Assassin's Creed series. Like in Mirage, there's some outfits that for the mission you're on, it's a disguise. But the disguise doesn't work after you finish that mission, which I think is a bit stupid. Once you unlock that kind of disguise in that game, you should be able to use it for different scenarios. I think the first game in the series to use it was Liberation, where you had 3 different outfits that you could wear which had different pros and cons. And then you've got this game where you get like a disguise to pass through areas. Sheila, well, you've explored so far in the first region that you would get close to continue the main quest. You guess that's what you do tomorrow or Saturday? Oh, that's fair enough too as well. Yeah, I mean, it gives you a chance to sort of like get used to the control system, work out, what things they've added and stuff. Like, there's things to the gameplay that I've seen they add for stealth, which I do like, but it's not going to help if they retcon stuff in the lore of the series, which is what my main focus is on with that game, is finding out that stuff without playing the game. But you never know. Quebec might, for once, not actually retcon anything that I don't approve of. Not that I'm an authority on the series and Ubisoft needs to listen to me or anything, but we all have certain things with any game that is our minimum amount of, you know, what we expect. And for some, it's just gameplay. So if the game has a bad story, then for some people that's not an issue, as long as the gameplay's fine. But I'm one of these players who like stories in games, and there's gameplay things that I'll put up with in order to experience a really good story. But I won't put up with... But I won't play a game just for the gameplay if the story is shit. So I need to have something there. And in general ways, I'm not sort of worried about whatever, you know, personal conflicts Naoe or Yasuke actually have. You know, that kind of stuff, it's fine. It's more, what are you doing that changes what's come before? Like, are you going to do some weird thing where the animus glitches out and it causes certain things to happen? Are you going to keep it as a thing where it's like, it's only for this game where the glitch happens in the animus. Once they fix the glitch, then things go back to normal? Or are they trying to do some kind of thing where they retcon something through the animus? Like maybe say, oh, you know, these memories that we experienced as Ezio, they didn't actually happen. You know, I hope they don't pull bullshit like that.
No direct line. Perhaps I could bounce my chakram off the walls.
Chili, you found a battle pass in the Animus Hub and you hate it. It can be like Odyssey and OK RPG, but a horrible Assassin's Creed. Yeah, that's the thing, Shilla. Like, it seems that they're hiding a lot of... Not hiding as in they're trying to make players not be able to discover it.
That's a good start.
But they're trying to put a different skin over the microtransactions that they have done in other games by calling them projects for the character. Like, I saw some of the rewards you get, which are sort of like outfit stuff. But the question is it an outfit that is the base version of it, but if you want a different version of it, you have to actually pay money for it? Where it's like, hey, do you like the design of the outfit that you're able to earn without paying money? Well, here's some other color schemes of that same design. So if you also like any of these color schemes with this design, you need to pay money now for it. Like, Sheila, and so far you didn't see any modern day, which is disappointing. Yeah, they were saying that the present day was all going to be in the Animus hub from now on.
Help! Over here!
That was funny with that enemy just now. Sheila, seriously? Yeah, because they wanted you to play as some. I mean, pretty much like what they did with Black Flag, Unity, and Syndicate. Hey there, Octavius. Good morning. I hope things are going well. You're good. 3 achievements away from completing AC Valhalla and 6 for completing Mirage. You're finally going to start Shadows. Oh, very nice, Octavius. That's good. That's great progress with those achievements. So what is the achievement out of the ones you have left that you would say is the most time-consuming one or most annoying one? Because sometimes you get those achievements where no matter how many times you try to get done what needs to be done,
Over there!
it can feel like it's taking ages to get something done.
Here! Over here! Help!
A little smoke should shield my movements.
Help! Help! Over here!
Two down, 1 to go.
Octavius, you don't remember what you have to do in Mirage and Valhalla. You have to get all gold medals in Mastery and catch all fish with the rope. Ah, okay. The fishing thing. That was one of the only things that I didn't actually do all of in Valhalla. Back when the only content they had was the base game, Wrath of the Druids DLC, and Siege of Paris, before they added like the Forgotten Tombs or whatever they're called and all that kind of stuff. I did a close to 100% playthrough, but the only thing I didn't do was get all the fish, catch all the fish.
Smoke should shield my movements.
And the other thing I didn't do was bring things to those altars as tributes.
Got it.
You.
That's it. Now to get back to that checkpoint.
Octavius, by the way, you heard that the Japanese government is going to sue Ubisoft. No wonder why. Something about destroying shrines in the game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because people had said that in Odyssey, for example, you can't go into any sort of like places of worship and destroy things in that, and you can't do it in Origins or in Valhalla, but you can in Shadows. I mean, it's a very tricky thing because it's like with the GTA series where it's like, oh, you know, are people going to try and do this in real life? And it's like, well, the question shouldn't be, are people going to do this in real life? The question should be, when are we going to stop blaming video games for the actions of individuals that, with their own free will, decide to do these things? You know what I mean? Like, if someone plays GTA and then goes out and steals a car in real life, it's not the game's fault. The game didn't go out and steal the car. The person who played the game did. So it's the person's fault, not the game's fault. So if they're worried that someone's going to go in real life and do that, there's so many things that it would be great to be able to stop people from doing, but people are going to go and do what they want, and it shouldn't be a video game being blamed for them doing that as well. But, I mean, I get it, like, because also in Mirage, like, you can't go into a mosque in Mirage and destroy things.
We'll only allow townsfolk through the gates. Anybody else, and we will lock down.
So it's like, if you're going to do it for one game in one part of the world, then do it for all games in every other part of the world too. Just to keep it, you know, consistent. But it's a double-edged sword. It's like, yeah, there's definitely reason to... Oh shit, I didn't press up on the fucking thing first. Here we go, this is better.
I understand. We'll only allow townsfolk through the gates. Anybody else, and we will lock down.
No need for the disguise now I'm through. I need to reach Amid, and it isn't going to work where I'm heading.
Apostle, remember when media was trying to say Watch Dogs is teaching kids how to hack law? Oh yeah, because all you do is you just get your phone out, and then when your phone is taken out of your pocket, automatically a HUD display appears above people telling you their bank account information, and all you have to do then is just hold down a button on your phone and then voila, you've hacked. These things where it's like there's several steps that need to be taken first before getting to a point where something...
These bells are all linked. If I get seen, they will set them off, and Amid is dead.
Keep watch.
Yes, sir.
Shirley, remember this debate about shooter games in the early 2000s? Just sanction people who are idiots and do that in real life and don't blame video games for it. Exactly, Schiller. You know, it's all part of people and society not applying responsibility upon people, and people not taking responsibility upon themselves, you know. But are there things that could inspire someone to do something? For sure, of course. But, like a spoon, you can use a spoon to eat with, or you can use a spoon to attack someone with. So if someone attacks someone with a spoon, should we then ban all spoons? You know, there has to be a line drawn. Octavius, you're playing in India now, you see. Did you eat the street food? It's delicious. No bad reviews anywhere. Yes, so this game is set in India. We're playing as Arbaz Mir, and he's Henry Green's father, the character that we meet in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. But Henry's not born at this point. But as for India in real life, I haven't actually been there before. Hey there, Tech. Watch Dogs is hacking. There's an app for that. Oh, yeah. The amount of times that I've gone around town jumping on people's heads because I played Super Mario Brothers as a child. Like, you know, I've lost count. Because then there's, you know, ridiculous things that you can point out where it's like, you know, in a game like Mario where you run around and you jump on the heads of enemies, like, if someone goes around and does that in real life, should we then ban the Mario games now? Thank you for the follow, Lulu. Got to be careful here with their vision cones, because I've actually had a detection happen without actually touching the vision cone. Because I think there's a little bit of a clipping of the detection radius thing that's invisible, but if you're inside of it,
there, old friend. Hold on.
It treats you as if you've been spotted. It's kind of hard to explain. Or rather, it's hard for me to explain in a way that would actually make sense for someone to be able to know what I'm actually talking about. is more like it. In this game and Russia, if you play on the hardest difficulty, you can't actually see enemy vision cones unless you go into eagle vision. And if you move while in eagle vision, I think it's if you run. Yeah, you can walk in eagle vision, but you can't run in eagle vision. So if you run, eagle vision stops. So if you're having to use eagle vision to see the vision cones, then you literally have to stop or start to walk to be able to see. And you might have to be like, eagle vision on, see, walk. Or if there's like a time, it's like run, oh shit, eagle vision's off, need to press it again to see where the vision cone is. But in the China game, it doesn't do that though, on the hardest difficulty.
We have you, son.
What I like about that is that Arbaz still has to actually touch the floor when he's actually doing those moves. That's how it should have been in Mirage when Basim uses the assassin focus. It should have had like a certain distance between Basim and the enemies and a certain radius that when one enemy gets out of that radius, they no longer can be put as part of the chain. So you might have an enemy that is standing, and then you might have an enemy that is a few feet away. Then you might have an enemy who is up on a ledge. So it should have worked where when you initiate the sequence, Basim would kill the first enemy and then run and then slide, kill the second enemy, and then jump onto the thing and then do a ledge assassinate. It should have been like that instead of teleportation. So when Arbaz does that kind of thing, you can still see that he actually has to do leaps. He doesn't jump in the air and then not touch the ground and then teleport and not touch the ground, then teleport and not touch the ground at all during the whole process. He still has to actually touch the ground. So I wish they did that with Mirage, with the assassin focus.
Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you, my friend.
You're a tough beast, you know that? Who took you? What did they want?
It was Major William Sleeman. He was asking about the Koh-i-Noor. He wasn't alone. Alexander Burns was with him. You've heard of him, I assume.
By reputation only. He has killed many of our brothers. You are lucky to be alive.
Luck has nothing to do with it, brother. Unfortunately, Sleeman took the Koh-i-Noor.
You lost my jewel?
Something big is happening, Arbaz. They talked about a box, and using the Koh-i-Noor to power it. It may be Ezio Auditore's box that the Brotherhood lost long ago.
So you want me to steal the jewel back? And the box?
Yes. Go to their new outpost. You'll find them, and I hope the entrance to a secret place I've been suspecting for a while. A precursor site may be underneath the palace.
Interesting. I'll take care of it. Stay out of sight, my friend.
Yeah, Lucinda, wrecked. Absolutely. Hey there, Mr. Epic, welcome. You're up late, or is it early where you are? It's early, yeah, it's almost 11:30 a.m. Thank you, Octavius, for redeeming the Assassin's Creed quote. Sheila, this game is too easy, give everyone a challenge. Well, one of the challenges you can do with this game is no desync, and if you desync, restart the chapter. Hell, if you want to make it even more challenging, make it that you have to restart the whole game. Which I would never do, because restarting the chapter is enough, trust me. It's enough of a punishment. Yeah, Lucinda, I was thinking that too. It's like he makes his own luck. I make my own luck. Alright, so Assassin's Creed quote. Alright, so I've got an Assassin's Creed quote. Mentor, the Emperor is dead. The elixir of life? Yes, it killed him, as you had planned. His son will follow in his footsteps. The wall will protect the people now, and so shall we. Mentor, last time we talked, you were telling me about Master Auditore's precursor box. Ah, Ezio's great gift to me. Yes, I never discovered what the box could do, yet the artifact, and my obsession with it, taught me a great lesson, perhaps the greatest of lessons. What was that, Mentor? She who seeks revenge should remember to dig 2 graves. That's from Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. I thought I would do a quote from one of these games. That's from Xiao Jun. a character that was first introduced in the short animated movie Assassin's Creed Embers, where you have Ezio in his 60s being visited by Xiao Jun, who seeks guidance from Ezio. And it's a really good animated short. And Chronicles China is set after it. That's okay, Octavius. No worries at all. So in that cutscene, Hamid was talking about Ezio Auditore's precursor box. So in Embers, Xiao Jun gets given a box by Ezio, and we don't find out what's inside it. And he gives it to Xiao Jun. Then in the Chronicles game, Xiao Jun uses it as a way to get captured without being killed, because the Templars discover that she's got the box on her, and they want to question her over it. But it was all part of her plan. She wanted to get captured, and so she escapes. Long story short, the box ends up in Templar hands, being taken out of China. And then in this game, a few hundred years later, I can't remember the exact amount of time. This is 1841. Yeah, so Assassin's Creed Chronicles China is set in 1526 and ends in 1532. So yeah, a few hundred years on is when this game takes place. And so this box is the same one that Ezio gave Xiao Jun, that Xiao Jun then used to get captured by the Templars, but then the Templars managed to get the box out of China, and now it's ended up, well, in this game.
I need to find this Major Sleeman. He can't be far.
I need to talk with you about the security arrangements, Sergeant. Follow me.
There he is. I need to keep on his tail, see where he heads.
Men posted up here.
About what? Something bothering you?
Make sure the men are properly rested. Too many seem to be lacking concentration.
Quick, Rabaz.
This side of the palace is exposed. We need to make sure that no one can scale these walls. I don't want to hear your excuses, Sergeant. I want it to be done. Guard this entrance with your lives. There are assassins in the area. They will eventually find this place. So, keep your eyes open.
The Major has ordered us to seal this entrance. Take the handle to the wheel and guard it with your life. Yes, sir.
That must be the entrance to the precursor site. I need to get that handle back.
Seems like there's something important going on, and the last thing we need is...
Like what?
I have the handle. Now to open that entrance.
Got plans, have we?
Nothing fancy.
Listen, you just learned that the guy who voices one of the main NPCs in Dishonored also voices Abby's dad in The Last of Us Part 2. Crazy, you know you haven't played either of those games, but you had to share it with someone. That's all good, Lucinda. I definitely know what that's like. When you
that's what I say.
come across something like that, it's understandable to be excited about it and want to let people know. It's really cool. That's one of the things that, if you're good at it, of course, that would be good as a voice actor, being able to do multiple projects, even doing small things as well, would be really cool to be able to do.
It must be the assassin! Fire!
Alright, so we can't drop down from that part. Fair enough. Listen, he talks like he's pinching his nose in Dishonored. He doesn't sound nasally like that in The Last of Us 2. What do you mean, nasally? Nasally? Hey there, Scar. How's it going? Welcome on in. Hey, Scar. How's things? Marathon? No, this is just a random playthrough. I will be doing my Assassin's Creed Marathon this year, but I've got other games yet to get to. And when I do it this year, instead of doing one big block back-to-back of the Assassin's Creed games, which is about 17 in total, I won't be doing them back-to-back-to-back. I'll be doing them in groupings with a break between. Lucas, Rod, blow your nose.
There's Sleeman. I need to find another route. A quicker one.
Whoa! I need to watch my step around here. Seems things are a little fragile. I need to move fast through here. Try and beat Sleeman to whatever it is he is looking for.
Scar, I sound like who? From Family Guy? Oh, Lucinda, Lois. Ah. Because I was going to say...
That was close.
I only saw a few episodes of Family Guy over a decade ago, and I was like, is there a character named Lou or Lewis?
This is all very interesting, but the secrets we're searching for lay much deeper inside this cavern.
Mr. Epic, saw your brother play AC Shadows. You saw the Infinity Hub. Does anyone know if the older games, like Origins, get updated so it's also boots up with the older games? Because you would be pissed if that's the case. I think, the way it goes is from Origins up to Mirage, maybe. It won't be to the same extent that Shadows and onwards is, at least yet. But yeah, I think eventually the plan... See, Ubisoft wants to remake a lot of the older AC games, so I think they're wanting to do that so they can put it on the Animus Hub, so they don't have to try and find a way to make the old versions, the original versions, actually playable on it. That's what I'm assuming is their plan. Scar, Lois is Peter's wife in cartoon show Family Guy. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, now that I know it's actually Lois. Because as I said, I only watched a few episodes over a decade ago and I don't know every single character that's on the show.
What is this place? Have you ever seen anything like this?
Help!
Mr. Epic, because you saw that you could also choose Origins all the way to Mirage and the Infinity Hub. Yeah. But, yeah, the games before it, I think they want to remake all of them eventually, so they can just have the remake versions connected to the Animus Hub. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually do this Black Flag remake, that they also shut down the servers for games from 2013 onwards. Until a certain year of release. Hope that if you choose to play Origins, it's not updated, but you have no choice, but in order to play it, also download that stupid hub. Yeah, who knows? Not sure.
Quick, Rabaz. A little too close there. counterweights seem to be the key to getting that door open.
Sheila, you're heading to bed for now. Today was a long day and tomorrow is as well. Have a good stream, and you'll try to catch me in Red Dead Redemption 2. Take care. You too as well, Sheila. Thank you so much for being here, dude. Definitely understandable as well. I hope you get some really good rest. Would like to highly recommend people check out Sheila Locke's channel. He's also a big fan of Assassin's Creed. He's currently doing his Assassin's Creed marathon. He's also doing a playthrough of Assassin's Creed Shadows, and he's also a fan of the Mafia series, as well as Dead by Daylight and the Dark Pictures series of horror games by Supermassive. He's a great streamer, so definitely recommend. And no worries for the shout out, dude. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a great one. Catch you again soon.
Watch where you tread, gentlemen. This temple could easily become your tomb.
Precursor traps. I should stay clear of them.
No, never. Apparently the Major has, though. What's that? Who's there?
Wouldn't let me move the camera
You get him!
to be able to see the enemy. So I had to go into Eagle Vision mode because it slightly extends the field of view. Yeah, Lucinda, I can't help it. Whenever someone mentions a tomb in a game, I have to put that command in. Octavius, cough cough corona. Let's stock toilet papers. Yeah, that was definitely a while ago now. Seems like a lifetime ago. Yeah, Apostle, 5 years ago now.
I need you to bring the men again, Sergeant. About the dangers of this place. We've lost too many men now to stupid absent-mindedness.
fossil. Look at Rod skipping a pillar. Yeah, I thought I would try that. Because I could swear that there was a playthrough ages ago where I did it, but I couldn't remember if it was this game or another one, or if it was even possible. But that would be good if you're speedrunning this game. Mr. Epic, you're going to download Mirage to check they didn't put in that stupid hub. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they would have to do to integrate it. It probably would take a bit, because... Well, I guess it also depends on, did they start to do things for the Animus Hub to prep games before it came out, or what are they doing?
Got it. Got it.
Ah, you can't slide under those. Damn it. Can't slide under those ones.
I can't afford to wait for that platform to come back down. I need to find another way up.
Mr. Epic, you forgot that you had the lightning sword and dagger in Mirage to make the combat more enjoyable, because the combat in that game was so bad. I didn't mind it, but I think combat in games like Brotherhood was better. Game God, sir, this ain't Shadows. How dare I stream a game that's not Assassin's Creed Shadows? Hey Game God, how's it going? Depending on several factors, you might never see me stream Assassin's Creed Shadows. Once I know what happens with the Isu and everything in that game, and the Assassin Order as a whole. Game God, good. Yeah, I may play Shadows in the future, but right now there's no plans for
I
it.
should be careful. It looks a long way to fall.
Listen, it took you a little bit to get used to the combat in Mirage, especially after basically button mashing in Odyssey and Valhalla. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the thing too, when you have so many games in a series and not everything from one game carries over into the next, and then they have different ideas of what they should do, taking mechanics out that actually were good and changing them sometimes with something that's better, but sometimes not. Mr. Epic, you're watching some streamers play that game, and man, the characters in the story in that game is so bad the accents are killing you. Oh, which one, Mr. Epic? Oh, Shadows, yeah. Only the gameplay of No Way looks good. Yeah, if you look at games like Valhalla, like the stealth in that was...
This place is deadly.
On the surface, they tried to make it a system that, you know, was getting back to the stealth of previous games in the series, but only on the surface. When you dig deeper, you see that it's just trimming that it's just a layer that they put over it to, you know, make people think.
You, stop!
That's what they were doing.
Get him!
Like, I'm sure if you restricted yourself to only being able to enter areas using a drunk as a distraction, you know, then you could make something out of it. Like, I did a stealth playthrough of Valhalla, and, you know, if you really add a lot of restrictions on yourself, it does make the stealth feel more important in the game than it actually is. However, not everyone would see that as a positive thing. It could be seen just as a lazy sort of thing where it's like, oh, you know, the devs didn't want to put the effort into the stealth, so you have to come up with your own ways to make the stealth more challenging, you know. But it seems for shadows, the stealth that they've added, like being able to crawl, is a good idea. Because it gives you another way to avoid detection, not just, obviously, by being in bushes when you crawl, but, you know when you're on a hill in an Assassin's Creed game, and you've got enemies that are searching for you, and depending on your elevation, you can just crouch and they won't see you, versus if you stand up in the same spot, they'll actually see you. Like, being able to crawl gives you an extra advantage when you're on a slope and you're on the down of the slope and the enemy's on the up of it, because then you can be even lower on that slope, out of the field of view of the enemies that are higher on the slope. Or they haven't reached a point yet where their vision actually is able to see you beyond that.
Easier said than done.
Mr. Epic, there was stealth in Valhalla? Are you sure about that? Only thing you know about that game is using 2 spears to destroy whole armies. Yeah, I mean, if you're patient and you are careful in Valhalla, you can definitely do things stealthily. Lucinda, okay, Rod, you had a long day and you're mentally exhausted. You're going to head to bed. I hope you have a great rest of your stream. Thank you for being here, Lucinda. I really hope that you get some good sleep and that tomorrow is a much better day for you. Would like to highly recommend people check out Lucinda's channel as well. Lucinda's got going a couple of different playthroughs at the moment. She's got the first Spyro the Dragon remaster. She'll also be doing the second one when that's finished. Also has The Last of Us Part 1 and 2 playthrough, currently on Last of Us Part 1. Later, she'll be getting back to her Resident Evil marathon by doing Resident Evil 5. Also a fan of the Dishonored series, as well as other horror franchises like Dead Island and Dying Light as well. A great streamer with some really cool raccoon-themed emotes. That's all good for the shout-out, Lucinda. Thank you very much for being here. Take care of yourself, have a good rest, and definitely catch you again soon. Thank you so much for joining the stream, especially with the time differences. Mr. Epic, jokes aside, you tried stealth in Valhalla multiple times. It was so bad you gave up, and you're an old-school AC player who liked playing it as assassin. That's definitely fair. Yeah, there's certain thresholds we get to where we're just like, enough is enough, you know. So I don't blame you. I definitely wouldn't say that Valhalla, even if you do a stealth challenge where you make restrictions, I still wouldn't call it a great stealth game by any stretch of the imagination. Listen, they'll probably see me tomorrow morning with Red Dead Redemption 2. Absolutely. I'm hoping that the game is not going to crash multiple times to create multiple parts of the stream, of the playthrough. Getting back to Chapter 3. We got up to Chapter 3 before ending the stream yesterday, so...
Maybe I'm hearing things.
Dudes, there's an AC in India? What the fuck? There really is, yeah. Yeah, this was part of the Chronicles trilogy. The first one being China, then this one, and then Russia as well. We're actually playing as the father of Henry Green, who you meet in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. So this takes place before Henry's even born. Mr. Epic, well, can't start up Mirage because you forgot you had it on disc and gave it later on to your brother. You'll instead download Origins and look for that game. Oh, really? Oh, damn. It's funny when that happens, when you go to do something and then you realize, oh shit, the thing that I wanted to do can't be done because of XYZ, you know? Then you're like, damn. Yeah, dudes, there is. Yeah, you play as different characters in different time periods. You can play whichever one you want in whichever order, but it's definitely good to play them in order because there's also a progression of gameplay between one to the other, especially by the time of the Russia game, because in the Russia game, they add a lot of different things that really test what you've learnt in the first two games. Dudes, you disappointed in yourself? Oh, why is that, dude? There's a lot of Isu temples in the series that have a general similar architecture. This one, the color scheme of it is very much in line with what we see in Black Flag. Especially inside the observatory.
How to find out if this diamond really is the power source we've been after. It works.
have something that belongs to me, sir.
Another assassin, I presume. Are your friends with you?
Hundreds. We own the place, Seymour. Give me my jewel and that box.
Never.
What have you done?
Damn you, assassin!
Time to leave. Faster.
How did you find me?
I followed the noise. What on earth did you do? This site was priceless.
It was an accident. The temple collapsed. And you were right about the box. I saw it. The Koh-i-Noor, it produced a light and showed a map.
A map?
Afghanistan.
Ah. That makes sense. Whilst you were down there, I followed Burns. He has taken a battalion of men to Herat Castle in Afghanistan. The box must have shown another precursor site. Follow them. Take whatever it is they are after before they can secure it. We don't want these precious artifacts in Templars' hands.
That's right, I forgot. I got a BTTV emote of Arbaz. And Xiaojun as well, from Chronicles China. And I think I even have Nikolai from Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia. There we go, yeah.
Herat. Is there really another temple around here?
The Afghans have not taken too kindly to the British occupying the citadel.
They are going to get picked off one by one out here. Unless... if I could take down those towers and open that gate.
Nothing like a little war to create a distraction.
Actually, before I start this mission, I might change the outfit that I've got Arbaz in, and also it would be a good opportunity for me to see what kind it was. Alright, so this is the Uplay costume, which is the one that I've actually got Arbaz wearing. I've also got the Shadow one. So this one, you get it if you get 30 Shadow Gold style scores. You don't have to do it in one playthrough. So if you didn't get 30 of them in one playthrough, then whatever you did get, you just keep on going and getting those until you actually get the 30, and then you'll unlock that. So Shadow is one style that you can go through the levels with. Then you've got the Assassin outfit that you can unlock by getting 30 Assassin Gold style scores, and then you've got the Silencer costume, where you get 30 Silencer Gold style scores, and then you unlock that. But yeah, I'll have Arbaz wear this Shadow one. I can't wait to see the In Black Flag remake. Instead of the realistic mocap movements, the characters just standing still, arms over each other, and make some hand movements. Yeah, it's almost like they're doing some kind of like robot mimicry or something with their hands. You know, like I really feel, and there's probably games that do this, but I feel what they could have done is have some sort of like, I don't know, interruptions sometimes. Like, if you're taking a long time to actually make a decision, have the camera actually go to like a panoramic view of the area that you're in and show what's going on in the background, for example. Something that, as soon as you're ready, you can make it go back to the actual scene of the two characters, but just gives something different visually for the player to be actually looking at, or not looking at, so that it's not just two characters standing there with one expression on their face the whole time and their body in a certain gesture the whole time. Okay, so I can't remember. That's right, so we did... This is the mission we're up to now in this playthrough.
Don't concern yourself with any of the dead. Just make sure the Afghans don't break through. Pin down! No Afghan is to make it to...
If I could blow up the ammo cache, that would take out the tower. One of these guards must have the key.
We need to hold this castle until the Major is done.
The Afghans have spirit, sir, but they will never break our lines.
Got it.
There is a potential danger from the Afghans. Should I prepare the Major's horse?
As we prepare for our moment of triumph, I think you overestimate their chances, soldier.
I love that line because it's a reference to Star Wars A New Hope, Episode 4, when Moff Tarkin, played by Peter Cushing, who is Van Helsing in some Christopher Lee Dracula movies. Anyway, there's a similar line that he says where one of the commanders or whatnot comes up to him and says, maybe we should retreat or something like that. And he's like, in our moment of triumph, I think you underestimate their chances.
Our spotters have reported that there is a potential danger from the Afghans. Should I prepare the Major's
You,
horse?
stop! Get him!
Help!
Reinforcements! Over here!
I was stopping to let the dialogue play again about the reference I just talked about. But I forgot that there's an enemy that will look down there.
Next time, we kill you.
Now the guards are looking for me. I have to be careful. Extinguishing those lamps should help me pass unseen.
So Assassin's Creed Shadows wasn't the first Assassin's Creed game to have a mechanic where you can actually put lights out to increase stealth chances. What it does is it makes their vision cone shorter. Mr. Epic, thank goodness the old game seemed unaffected from the hub. For now. I'm sure that'll change eventually. Maybe. But they also said too that there's going to be, and maybe this plan has changed, but a while ago they said that they were going to have 3 years worth of post-release content for Shadows on its own. Or I should say, let alone other things that they'll probably release. Mr. Epic, booted up Origins, no changes for now. Uh-huh.
Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind, eh? Well, I can't pass this opportunity up to actually redeem the "it must have been the wind."
Help! Over here! Here! Raise the alarm!
Got it.
Mr. Epic, you got to say Origin still looks the best. It looks so good. Even Shadows doesn't look this good. I think too what helps with Origins is they hadn't yet gone away from having majority of cutscenes actual mocapped ones, even with side quests. Whereas Odyssey did away with a lot of that when it came to side quests and main quests as well. I mean, with Odyssey, there's a lot of mocapped scenes that are actually really cool. Like all the stuff with Leonidas at the start. That scene when you first meet Brasidas, in the warehouse. That whole thing there too. But after that, though, they kind of just relied more on in-game cutscenes where it's like not a mo-capped sequence. That too, but you're talking about how the world looks. That's definitely fair enough too. They probably take some shortcuts now.
These cannons could prove useful.
There! Raise the alarm! Keep the Afghans back. They mustn't retake this castle.
Yes, sir. We'll make sure none of them get close.
Mr. Epic, from what you saw the streamers play, now you understand why some of the devs of AC Shadow said it was the worst game that they ever made. Yeah, I remember in an interview, the head of the series, Mark Alexis Cote, said that a lot of the team hadn't worked on an Assassin's Creed game before. So the team were questioning whether or not what they were doing was actually good or up to standard or something. Which, I mean, that's fair enough. Like, if you get brought onto something that you've never actually experienced before, you're not going to be working at like an expert level. But then again, it also depends on how many people are actually mentors to the new people versus how many new people are just left to their own devices, you know.
They weren't expecting that, were they? Take out these guards before their reinforcements arrive.
There's another section where you're timed to get something done before the timer runs out.
We need to hold this gate until the reinforcements arrive.
Yes, got it. Got it.
That should keep the British busy. Now, let's find Sleeman and see what other treasures this place holds.
Mr. Epic, want to know something funny? Because you watched the stream of AC Shadows, you got drops for that game. You don't even own it. You wait for a big discount, you think, before you play like you did with Mirage. Like for 10 euros. I mean, that's definitely fair. Yeah, if there's a game and the quality or whatnot, whatever other factors you're looking at aren't up to a certain sort of thing that you want, it's definitely understandable to want to wait until it's cheaper to actually pay for it. Because then that way, if you pay a really small amount of money for it, then if you actually end up hating it, after all, well, you've only spent a small amount versus full price. Here in Australia, because our games are $100 base plus, and that's just the standard version, it means that there's some games where I just wait until it's a certain price, because $100 is not always easy to just throw down for a game. The standard is €80. Can you believe it? 80, yeah. Then you got like other editions. The deluxe edition of Shadows here in Australia is $150.
Reinforce the gate! The Afghans are inside the castle!
I mean, if I was a millionaire, $100 a pop for a game would be like 5 cents. But I'm not a millionaire, so I can't just throw down $100 here and there for every single game that I want to get.
Help! How did they even know this was here?
The Major knows all about this stuff, apparently. He has spent years discovering places like this.
Do you think the Afghans knew about this place?
I don't know. Maybe. They weren't happy about us taking over their castle.
Did you know Alexander the Great built the castle above us? Do you think he knew about this place?
How could he not have? It might explain why he was so unstoppable. Who knows what kind of things this place could hold?
So, Alexander the Great was mentioned. This game came out in 2016, a year before Assassin's Creed Origins, and Origins established that the Templars didn't exist until a certain point in history. So Origins takes place way before the Templars were even a thing. So a different enemy group was actually created for Origins called the Order of the Ancients. In this game, when you actually read these Iltani stories, it mentions Alexander the Great because Iltani was the assassin that went to kill him. Now, because Iltani lived in a time where the assassins hadn't actually been created yet, which was a retcon that Origins did, because of that, there's text that mentions that Alexander the Great was actually backed by the Templars. But as of Origins in 2017, that retroactively becomes incorrect. And so if they ever do a re-release of this game, they'll have to go into this text and actually change it so it says the Order of the Ancients and not the Templars. I'll see if I can actually find it. Or maybe it's talking about Alexander the Great. Where was it then? Hang on, I'll have to read the Iltani stuff carefully. Hang on, no, it'll be in people, I think. Here we go. Yeah, it's in people. Here we go. So this text says Alexander II of Macedon, commonly known as Alexander the Great, was a king of Macedonia and one of the most victorious conquerors in history. Alexander the Great's empire was backed by the Templars, who had entrusted him with the Staff of Eden, which explains why Alexander was able to become so successful and undefeated. So when this game came out in 2016, it hadn't yet been changed to make it that the Templars didn't exist until much later than, well, BCE time period. So this text will have to be edited in a future release to say Order of the Ancients instead of Templars, to make it match what Origins changed. Mr. Epic, we become a bigger streamer, so you get a free review copies, Rod. Well, that's the thing, Mr. Epic, like, there's been a lot of people who have been able to get review, like, not review copies, but have been able to get, like, codes for, you know, games and stuff that aren't big streamers, so... Super Meat Hens, you've heard the odd controversial thing about shadows related to a historical figure related to the current Japanese royal family. Oh yeah, there's a lot of controversy about that game. How's it going, Super Meat Hens? Mr. Epic, an Alexander the Great AC game would have been good from old Ubisoft, not the new one. Yeah, there's so many different things that could be done in different time periods and stuff. The mention here of the staff, though, that's something that Origins keeps. Because in Origins, Alexander the Great's tomb has his body, and it's buried with the Staff of Eden that's mentioned here.
See to it that you do a better bloody job of keeping this entrance sealed than the last one.
Sleeman went down. I need to find a way to follow him.
Sona, which nationality would you like to see in an Assassin's Creed game? There's been teasers, but I would like to have something that is set at the height of the Mayan Aztec civilization. Or if not that point in history, the point where their civilization ended because of the Templars doing shenanigans. But also a World War II set game.
Moving. A little too close there.
Mr. Epic, you'll never get to see an AC game where you, by the Animus, go back in the time of Adam and Eve and see all the futuristic society, technology, and buildings of the Isu. Yeah, there's been some fans that wanted a futuristic Assassin's Creed set in the future, but the Isu already had that technology in the past, so you just go back to a game set back then. Super Meat Hens, you have played one of these games based in China and some of the others, but you don't think you got that far in the others? Oh, that's fair enough, Super Meat Hens. Yeah, my favorite one is China, and then India, and then Russia. So basically the order in which they take place in. But I like all of them. I really like the art style, as well as all the music also. And it's cool the connections to other Assassin's Creed games, like this character Arbaz Mir is the father of Henry Green. Xiao Jun, of course, met Ezio. And then, of course, Nikolai is actually the ancestor of Daniel Cross, who in Assassin's Creed 3 in present time is after, the power sources. So no, that's what you were thinking too. Yeah, I think it's really interesting, So, Super Meat Hens, you like an AC game based in either the worst year in human history or the longest year in human history, when one of the Roman rulers decided to change the calendar, which made the year around 400 to 460 days long. Jeez, holy shit. Oh, sorry, Super Meat Hens. Yeah, I got carried away because I got spoiler tag on this game, and I tend to talk about the past games that came out when I'm streaming other Assassin's Creed games. Like, I don't talk about spoilers for whatever the new game in the series might be at the time, but yeah, just a heads up that I talk about all Assassin's Creed games, potentially, on the channel when streaming Assassin's Creed. Except for the new game. Like, I don't mind myself learning spoilers, but I'm not going to repeat spoilers about Shadows here, for example. Mr. Epic, you would like an AC in your country, the Netherlands, hearing the NPC speak Dutch would be hilarious. Well, that's the other thing too, like, if people are in a certain part of the world, It'd be good to actually see a game set there, because there'd be so many things that you would be able to actually pick up on that other people might not be able to. What the hell? I've never made our bars do that before. It threw me off. I was like, what the hell? Didn't know he could actually get on top of that. Oh, you were joking, Supermate Hands. I gotcha. Oh, fucking hell. I was holding up as I fell, which usually makes the character grab whatever is grabbable as you fall down. You can either press a direction on the control stick, or you can press the actual grab button. That's fair enough, Super Meat Hands. Yeah, if you're really interested in the games, then you would buy them. Mr. Epic, well, you have 434 hours in AC Valhalla, and the last time you played was April 1st, 2023. Oh, really, Mr. Epic? That's definitely a lot. Actually, that makes me think about... There's actually a website, Twitch tracker, where you can put someone's channel name in, and it'll give you some statistics about their channel. Alright, so if I have a look at mine... Go to view. So my most streamed games, I've got 1,133 hours into Red Dead Redemption 2, 957 hours in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, 809 hours in Assassin's Creed Origins, 790 hours in Unity, 725 in Black Flag, and 660 in Valhalla. That's just the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's just 6 out of the top, the most streamed games, I should say, on my channel, that is.
Baz. Got to keep moving.
Talk about cutting it fine.
A little too close there.
We're close. I can feel it.
Quite literally, Arbaz. Probably only had like a split second of difference between dying and not at all times in that little part there.
That lift must lead to whatever it is they are after. I have to reach the top first.
That's what they were looking for.
Step away, if you will. You're quick, assassin. But are you quick enough to dodge all our bullets? Now, remove your weapons, and no fancy little tricks.
Live to fight another day, Albaz.
Mr. Epic, hey, they removed your rabbit's helmet. What the fuck? You saw the loading screen with the rabbit helmet, forgot you had it on, but you think they removed it because you don't see it anymore. Oh, that's weird then. A rabbit helmet.
Good morning, assassin. Welcome to Catus Raj. You've been out for a while. We weren't sure if you were ever coming back around. I am Captain...
I know who you are.
Good. And I know you as well. My spies have told me everything about you. And your lover. The lovely princess, Arakawa. Brave, but hopeless.
What do you want with me?
If it were up to me, after your actions in Afghanistan, you'd be dead. However, William wishes to talk to you personally. Once he returns from dealing with the Afghans, your time will come. For now, please, enjoy our hospitality.
Whilst your hospitality seems lovely, I'd much rather enjoy this knife I took from you.
I always love that moment. Burns thinks that Arbaz was just doing a hopeless attempt at escape, but it was all part of Arbaz's plan to steal the knife off of Burns by making Burns think that he was just doing something that was hopeless, but he ended up stealing his knife and then using it to actually cut the ropes to escape. Oh, it's from Rayman, Mr. Epic. I got you now. Yeah, because I was going to say, I was just trying to think, because I know there's the Raving Rabbids is a Ubisoft franchise too, so I wasn't sure if it was that or something else.
I'm free, but I need to find my equipment.
See all the equipment they took off that assassin?
I know. What was all that stuff?
Sweet dreams. So there's my weapons. Now just to reach them.
Mr. Epic, why even give them in the first place? Fuck you, Ubisoft. Yeah, not sure what's going on there. But you would think you'd still be able to keep it.
What was that?
You, stop! Here!
Alright, so that doesn't work when you're hiding behind the corner. Alright, fair enough, game. Got no weapons, so can't defend. Mr. Epic, you still have the photo of you glitching in the air above Ravensthorpe. Oh, nice. That's good.
Identify yourself.
Over there! Alarm!
I'm surprised the assassin is still alive. Is that wise?
That assassin is no threat to anyone anymore. We stripped him bare of his weapons and tools and tied him up in this blazing sun.
Right, now to find my tools.
So these enemies will hide in these darkened hiding spots, and if you don't use a smoke bomb first, they'll actually one-hit kill you when you walk past.
There they are. But there are too many guards to tackle. Maybe if I could disguise myself as one of them. Asleep on the job. This is
Over there!
Alright, so that still remembers that I got that outfit piece. It's a good way to skip having to travel all the way back.
What? Nothing.
Now to reclaim my tools.
Why didn't the captain kill the assassin when he had the chance?
Apparently Major Sleeman wants him alive. He'll be back as soon as he finishes up in Afghanistan.
The Templars have left their treasure behind. But it's heavily guarded.
A rifleman, of course. 3 more.
Burns, you are thorough.
I'll need to take care of them if I want to reach the box and the diamond.
Mr. Epic, you looked it up. Apparently it was a limited item, a time-limited item. You hate things like that in single-player games. Oh, no wonder why. That is so frustrating, though, when they do stuff like that. It's like, just after a certain time, especially if the game's been out for a year or more, just let the player still have it. Like, seriously.
This rifle could come in handy. What?
Super Meat Hands, imagine if you were to fart while hiding in the bush next to those guards. Mission failed. That'd be the thing. Like, in real life, if you're in, like, a reconnaissance mission or something like that, where you have to actually be sneaky, imagine farting.
Clear now.
It must be the assassin! Man the mortars!
Those guards must be stopped, or their mortars will bring this tower down.
Mr. Epic, you still have your Destiny Lightning Spear though, with the bold spear. Oh really? Yeah. Well, that's good they haven't taken that away from you.